And we are back with another question of the day. And this question is in regards to discipline. How should we discipline? When should we discipline? How do I know if it's what I'm seeing is because they're autistic or not, right? So, what should we do when it comes to discipline? And when it comes to the Black community, I think a lot of times when we're thinking of discipline, we are thinking of, physical punishment and things of that nature. And the things that we are often disciplining children for are things that happen because they're children, right? So we have to reframe how we think about discipline. We need to think about setting boundaries with our children and making sure they know what those boundaries are. Understanding that, they are going to push and cross boundaries, but we have to stand firm in whatever those consequences are. Understanding the difference between a tantrum and being, sensory overload, right? And giving our children that grace. If we are constantly taking them into situations or places that are triggering for them and then expecting them to be able to regulate their emotions quickly off bat, then we are setting them up for failure. So if we want our children to be able to regulate their emotions, to be able to not cross boundaries, certain boundaries that we have placed in the home, then one, we have to model that. Two, we have to give them the tools for that. So you need to equip your child with the tools that they need to follow the boundaries, right? And I'm not saying, let our children just go out and do whatever, but no, not that at all. We have to be able to provide them with the tools so that then we can hold them to the expectations, right? Understanding that there are just some things that as an autistic individual that we're just not going to do, right? And being okay with that. Also not taking it as personal to our parenting, because I think a lot of times that's where the frustration comes from as parents, is that we take it personal what they're doing as parents. We get embarrassed as parents, and then that's when we start to want to discipline. And we have to take ourselves out of the equation and understand it from our child's viewpoint as well, and reframe how we're thinking about discipline.